Hey guys, this is Nick from ReviewOutlaw.com. Today I'm going to do a comparison, or what's changed, between the Access 2014 on the left, black one, and the Access 2019, it's the white one here.
ReviewOutlaw.com. New videos every Thursday at 3 p.m. Subscribe today.
It's the A24, 24 feet, both of them. We have some new upgrade, different options, new features. I'm going to go through the 2019 first, kind of compare it to the 2014, and give you a visual as well so you can kind of see what's going on. So if you look at the back, swim platform, modified it a little bit. That has been an issue. 2014, it coming up a bit. And as you can see, there's no access panel for the wedge because we now have a power wedge in 2019. Which is a huge plus. The power wedge allows you to go at different heights. So instead of just up or down, you can go different angles, which will adjust the wave height and give you a more steeper wave or longer wave, depending where you're putting it. But at the most part, you'd want to drop it to the bottom, giving you the biggest wave. You have some audio controls in the back, which is pretty cool. A seat which is here, which is nice. Exhaust for the blowers. This is a new handle here, and we have now the seats, and we have some bags built in. Now these bags are just the 550s. I have the 950 Sumo Sacks in my other one, so that's something that I'd recommend getting the larger sacks. But these things came from the manufacturer like this. A little bit different design. It seems a little bit narrower, still smaller in here. Might be the reason they went with the smaller sacks. This is much more solid, which is good because this would be pushing in on the 2014. This is deeper right here, which is nice. We have some power controls here, which are not in that. This is the smaller pipe. I don't like this pipe. I prefer the thicker 1-inch pipe. So they went with a smaller pipe here. It's going to be a slower fill. I don't know why they did that. That's annoying to me. Hinges, this broke apart in mine right here. Looks to be about the same hinge. So this might break apart as well on this model. Now the actual fabric, this is much nicer. I had an issue before with mine with some screws coming through and it actually tore up the cloth. This is much better. We also have this guy right here, which is a plus and minus. I mean, if you're pulling tubers or water skiers, you want your rope to be a bit down here. So that is a plus or minus depending what you're doing. But it looks like you could take this out and just make that a cup holder if you didn't want that there. Let's look at the other side. Same thing. About the same width here. And we get to have the engine onto here. Then we get the Monsoon 450. Now I had to do an upgrade to mine to get the Corvette 450, but 450 is something you definitely want. It's a beautiful engine. It just purrs. Now this one has a larger prop. I got the high torque prop on the 2014. 2019 has a bigger prop, so it's going to get you out of the water quicker. And I definitely feel that when I'm driving the boat, it gets right out of the hole real quick, even with all the bags filled up, which is nice. But this is just a really beautiful engine. We'll turn it on so you can listen to it. I do like this little pipe they added here, which is cool. So that the water comes out right here, because that does fill up with water when it rains. And it looks like a little bit more storage. And they tilted it down. So they did do some pretty well thought out stuff here. All right, let's go into the boat here. So we have the seat deck on the bottom. I like the mat. I mean, I think the mat's a little bit more comfortable, but I could see this is just easier to maintain. The mat does move around a little bit, so that's one thing. Let's look back here. We get the sliding seat. This is cool. I really do like that. So you can set yourself up, look back if you wanted to. That's pretty sweet. Let's see, this was an access port before, it still is. So we can see if there's any water coming in here. Looks nice and dry. Access the engine. Having a lot of access to the engine is super convenient, super nice if you're doing any work, changing oil, things like that. These little booster seats is new. I do like that feature. That's pretty cool because all eyes are usually on the back of the boat, so that's pretty sweet. A lot of room for coolers here. these are not on hinges. These fall out just like the other ones. It seems like less storage, or just they redesigned the seat. So this kick up here, I think there's a little bit of a bigger factory ballast. Let's see. Yeah, this is no hinges. You have plenty of room though, which is nice. Handlebars are a bit different. So you can tell this is the white top, which marks up a bit. You have some marks here versus the black, just kind of holds up a bit better. Handle, power throttle. It's no longer on an actual winch, so that seems a bit better. Steering wheel seems tight. This here, as you can tell, you're not walking through this anymore. So there's just a sit up. I prefer the walk personally, actually. And this seems less room. I don't think I could get, I mean, I guess you could get 3 people up here, but just a bit of a different layout. So they have some step pads right here, so you can step on that. I do like that. The window seems about the same. Let's look at the storage under here. Storage seems the same. Oh, okay, they mounted the amps up here. I like that. Look at the way they mount the amps up here, which is pretty sweet. The sub down here, which is awesome. Speaker system, easy to access, and a lot of storage in here, which is cool. That's not much changed over there. This did change a bit. Push it in here. All right, yeah, that's kind of cool. Hydraulic. That seems to like keep more drive if it does fall down. This is huge right here. This adjustable control of the surf. Turn your volume louder. Surf, wedge, speed. To be able to switch that and control that in the water, that is an awesome, awesome, awesome feature. I really like that. Looking at the actual control of it, the Bluetooth looks much nicer, better screen. This is how you're controlling the wedge. Wedge up, wedge down. Go home is gonna empty the tanks. Heater, which is cool. Now, they did something new with the heater. You got heaters over here, so you can give them to different people on the boat, which is pretty neat. Where before the heaters were up here. You got your blower bilge, lights, your fills here. Phone holder, which is really nice. I do like that. That's pretty smart that they added that right there, because you always get your music playing. Surf gate is now an LCD screen here, which is nice. No more toggle switches. These are just the push button switches, which is fine. I don't think that's a huge difference in the thing. Cup holders down here, a little bit harder to reach. Little storage here. So they just moved some things around here. I think the other design was actually equal to or better. I wish they would add a higher booster seat, because this seat is pretty low and I prefer just having a much higher seat looking at that. But we'll do some rides with it now. Look at the wave on each side and see how far back on the wave we can get just with the stock ballast. Keep in mind this is stock. I would recommend going higher. Generally what I would do is put an additional bag, plug and play up underneath the front. So they put the batteries up here, which is going to have a little bit less room for water. Let's see what they did on this side right here. But having more weight up front is nice too. Okay, so we do have a bag up here. That looks like a 750 though. So I will check that out. All right, guys. So then we're just filling all of them right there, right?
Yep.
That's cool. So now you're cooking individually, right?
Yep. And if I wanted to drain them, so it'd be the second hit. If I want to be completely stopped, I just hit them 3 times, so there's no lights on. So right now we are filling. Music you want to listen to at all.
Let's switch the surf gear. So just to recap, after a day of testing the wave, riding the wave, playing with all the functions, I was really impressed by the wave itself. I would have thought being around the same weight as the 2014, it would have made the same wave, but with the surf gate, the surf wedge, and just the design and everything, it actually had a much better wave than the 2014. It was much stiffer, which allowed it to, when you jump off the wave, get a better pop. It also allowed us to go further back in the wave, so you could easily fit 2 people. With the 2014, it was much harder to accomplish that. So I was very impressed by the difference in the wave. And at the end of the day, if you wake surf or wakeboard, that's going to make the biggest difference. So I would say the upgrade would be well worth it. And I'm also going to be testing the Mastercraft and the Malibu as well. So want to keep an eye out for those videos if you're interested in those as well. Thanks. Hey, I really appreciate you watching this video. If you have time, please give me a thumbs up, share the video on Facebook or social media, click that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you get a notification when new videos come out. Finally, if you leave me a comment, I love those. Really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys.